The Hagerstown Cultural Trail will connect City Park and the Washington County Museum of Fine Arts with the Downtown Arts and Entertainment District, some of our city's most popular destinations. But the trail will be a destination in itself, a walkable link lined with spaces to gather and to connect with your neighbors. It will feature public art, functional, purposeful creations, like sculpture to provide shade in a unique way, or an installation for children to climb and explore. Elements of this trail will represent our heritage, our values, and what shapes us as a community. Now let's take a closer look at what's to come in these initial phases of the Hagerstown Cultural Trail. We're standing now at the initial entrance of the trail. We're right across the street from the district courthouse, just down the block from the Washington County Free Library. Now, this area will be a small plaza with some seating, and here, as well as all along the trail, you'll find some wayfinding signage, directing you to different points of interest and features and amenities along the trail. Now, it's possible in future phases that this entrance could be extended as far as the City Farmers Market. You can already see some of the groundwork that's been laid for lighting and some security features along the trail. There will be 50 light poles along the half-mile stretch, averaging 2-foot candles. That's actually more than what's recommended for a trail like this. And there will be 20 cameras that can be monitored by police. Now, we've been working with Hagerstown Police Department to incorporate elements of crime prevention through environmental design. Basically, that means designing the trail and areas around it in a way so that criminal activity is not likely to occur. The City of Hagerstown is thankful for all of our project partners who provided easements or donated land to make the trail possible. We're standing now between the Auto Spa Car Wash and the Herald Mail Media Building. Here, the trail will cut through a green space, one that features decorative landscaping and some creative groundscaping, or sculpted mounds of earth. We've crossed the street now to the Hagerstown Housing Authority property, and you can see we've tied their green space into the trail, and we're getting a look at the brick pavers that have been laid to mark the pathway. Now, the buildings behind me are owned by Ellsworth Electric. They've been a generous project partner, and they've allowed this to be the site of one of the first public art projects and one of the main attractions of the entire trail. We're calling it the Mural of Unusual Size. Basically, the buildings that face the trail will be covered in bright, modern art. It'll be a months-long process, and it'll be an exciting thing for the community to come together and watch as it takes shape. Further down the trail, you'll come across this outcropping of rocks. It'll mist water and serve as a place where kids and adults can come play and cool off. Now, the fencing along this portion of the trail right now isn't too attractive, so we're going to be replacing it with metal screens that have designs cut into them, some more functional public art. Now, this portion of the trail seems pretty open right now, but it will eventually feature cantilevering or leaning shade structures, so when the sun hits them, the shadows that are cast will create a design on the trail. Another security feature will be the upgraded crosswalks. They'll feature alternating bands of color, and there will be sensors that can detect when someone is approaching a crossing point. Beacons will flash to alert oncoming motorists that pedestrians are about to cross. We're right off Summit Avenue now, behind Chick's Seafood, where this wall will be another location for public art. We'll display photos of Hagerstown, pictures of people and places that identify with the hub city. The brick pavers will end at Park Circle, where the trail will tie into the currently existing multi-use paths that lead to City Park and the Washington County Museum of Fine Arts. You'll also find walkable art along the trail. Portions of the brick pavers will have story stones, where you'll be able to use your smart device to learn more about Hagerstown's history. And you may find some micro art. These are small installations of artwork that fit into the trail's landscape and architecture, and they may not be easily seen the first time you're out, but you'll be able to discover them on future visits to the trail. The Hagerstown Cultural Trail is created by our community for our community. We've incorporated ideas and feedback from community members throughout the planning process. We look forward to having you join us as we celebrate the completion of the trail's first phase later this year. To stay updated on this Catalyst project and others in the Community City Center Plan, visit hagerstownmd.org/citycenterplan.